Welcome to I don't know what we're calling this. We're just back. We're talking ball here. Luke Reimer here as always. We're here Thursday night talking um everything football that you can think of. Please, if anyone's watching, hop in the chat. Let's ask some questions. We're talking ball. We're talking divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Looking back at last week, we had a lot of good games, right? It was a very fun wild card round to say the least. Rams were able to hang on against Carolina, which was to me, I guess, and maybe this is kind of an average fan take, but it really felt like the Rams come in and dominate this game, and it looked like they were going to right away with Puka Nakua, right? Puka came out and it felt like he had 600 yards and 18 touchdowns in the first quarter, but Rams kept it close. And I think coming into the playoffs at 8-9 for the Panthers, it felt like this team has no shot to be in the playoffs. But I think it goes to the coaching that Dave Canales has done there. I know he's not going to win Coach of the Year. He shouldn't be up for Coach of the Year. But really, what a great job he's done taking the Panthers, who looked like one of the worst franchises, one of the worst teams in the NFL this year. It looked like Bryce Young's career was hitting that downslope as opposed to hitting that upstream in year three that we'd like to see. Brought him and brought him to won the division. I guess they kind of backed in with Atlanta win the division, or with Atlanta beating New Orleans, but winning that division and kind of sliding into the playoffs. But they put up as good of a fight as they have. I'm really interested to see where Carolina goes from here, right? It feels like you beef up that defense a little bit, maybe add a little juice to that offensive line, and all of a sudden Carolina feels like that they're head and shoulders above maybe Tampa. Maybe Atlanta makes a run, but it feels like I think at this point, if I'm a betting man, I think you put some money in Carolina to win the division. Now they're gonna have that number one schedule, which might hinder them. So I guess if you're looking at it that way, Atlanta might be a betting odds pick. I don't know, but Carolina, exceeded expectations more than we can ask for. After that, as a Packer fan, this one hurts to say, but up 21-3 against the Bears. Um, Up 21-6, I'm sorry, and then Brandon McManus misses a kick before halftime. I've seen a lot go around, and if you want to hear Packers talk, go back to our show last week, where we did about an hour and 10 minutes and talked about the Packers for about 5 minutes of it. But when just realistically talking about the Packers as a Packer fan, as for the viewing public, I'm sure that you become accustomed to this. Watching Packers in the playoffs. If something can go wrong on special teams, it's going to go wrong. Um, it was a really bad loss by the Packers. That might be a franchise changing loss. We're still unresolved with the Matt LaFleur situation here. So we'll see what that turns out to be. And I see some people coming in watching. Please drop any questions you have in the chat. Please drop anything in the chat you want to talk about. I'm here to talk ball. I'm here, I don't know how long of a show this is going to be, but we're just talking ball tonight. We have some injuries, I guess, and coming up in these playoffs. Sounds like Christian Gonzalez is a goal for New England, which is going to be huge, huge for them going against Houston. While Nico Collins sounds like he's missed 2 days of practice with the concussion. I don't necessarily know that he plays. So how does that affect Houston's pass game? In an already suspect pass game, not having Nico Collins, I can't imagine is going to help that offense any more than it already needs help at. So does that, if you're a betting person, if you're, maybe in fantasy pools, you're redrafting for the playoffs, is that probably boosts a Jaden Higgins, that probably boosts even a Jalen Noel, that probably definitely boosts a Dalton Schultz. I think that game, 2 o'clock on Sunday, Houston playing during the day. What else is new? I guess it was kind of different last week on Monday night, but really we've seen Houston, be that daytime slot. That's one of the games that I'm more interested in, right? It feels like people are still not getting on this Patriot train, and I understand as a casual fan, you're looking at this team like, who have they really beat? But I'm telling you, they're a very good coach. They have a good quarterback. That defense is awesome. I think New England is a force. I think New England can come out of the AFC, but I also think Houston has one of the better defenses we've seen in a lot of years. Like that defense is awesome. Derek Stingley, Jalen Petrie, Will Anderson, Daniel Hunter, Aziz El Shair. There's playmakers all over this defense. I think they're going to make life hell for Drake May this week. And I do think Drake May is good enough to beat this team. But if Drake May does lose this game, given where he's at in his career, this really feels like a stepping point. Like, okay, we had a great season, lost to the Texans. How do I get better from this? Right, this is going to be the New England's biggest challenge of the year on defense. And I'm really excited to see, how Drake May responds. What running back is going to be the key fixture in this offense? Is this more of a like ground and pound game with Stevenson? Like, give him 15 carries, let him churn out 65 yards, and hopefully gets in the end zone. Or is this Travion Henderson game where he goes, 10 for 75 and 2 touchdowns? I don't know. I'm really excited to see this game. If I'm ranking these games about excitability, my rooting interest obviously is with the Packers. Now that they're not there, I don't really care about, what's going on. I guess the only thing that I really care about is the Bears losing. But my rooting interest in watching these games, if I'm ranking them, I think I'm doing Houston, New England, number one, and then you have to do San Francisco, Seattle, that divisional matchup with how good the NFC West has been this year, as the number two. Seattle favored by 7.5, which I understand, right? San Francisco has been battered by injuries. Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, and we have George Kittle out now. Brandon Ayuk he might not even be alive. That guy just doesn't play football anymore. But if you've been following along, if you've been watching, our Packers Show Lombardi Sweep, I was at training camp for the Packers. Hey, man.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Not much. Talking football? What are we talking about?
Well, I was talking football, but I was just kind of saying things off the top of my head, and I was really kind of just letting my mouth talk and see if my brain could go anywhere, and it wasn't really going anywhere. I was kind of talking about how Seattle is. I was about to get into Seattle, how their defense is awesome. They're big and fast and strong and physical, and 7-point favorites feels like a lot for Seattle, but given San Francisco's injuries, and even San
Right.
Francisco played well without their injuries, but I guess they're down their second best offensive player in George Kittle this week. So I think Seattle can probably cover that 7. But if I'm a betting man, I'm probably taking San Francisco just because San Francisco is playing good. I mean, Brock Purdy's playing the best football of his career right now.
He's playing really good. I thought their defense looked a lot better than I thought it would last week. Philadelphia bailed them out a ton.
Yeah.
It helped that Philadelphia didn't have Lane Johnson. Completely different game if they have Lane Johnson. But I was surprised at how their defense looked. If their defense plays the exact same in terms of like how well they played, like it comes down to Sam Darnold at that point. Like,
right.
is he going to completely melt down? Is he going to see ghosts, or is he going to continue to just be a good game manager? Which isn't, taking a shot at him. He's been really good at just delivering the ball to JSN, Cooper Kupp, Rashid Shaheed, etc. So we'll see.
Sam Darnold's a really interesting, I guess, kind of case study into quarterbacks in the NFL, where people, see quarterbacks, how they value them, because there's only been, I think Sam Darnold's the 5th quarterback ever to win 14 games. And obviously wins it's not a quarterback stat, right? It's a
Right.
team stat to the most part. But he's, the 5th quarterback ever to win 14 games in back-to-back seasons. And if we're ranking, quarterbacks in the NFL, I would say that 90% of people put Sam Darnold probably around that 16 mark.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's wrong, to be
Right.
completely honest. I think it's correct. He's right around there. He's a guy who you can win with. I don't think you're going to win because of,
Right.
and that's fine, especially at this point in the NFL where, control the trenches, and you're probably going to win the game anyways. Have a quarterback who can move the chains that doesn't make mistakes. That's all. That's the only. I mean, look at Drake May. I think Drake May is a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
Is he playing outside the playbook, outside the offensive scheme? Not really. He's just doing his job, which is good. It's making him an MVP candidate, but the quarterback play in the NFL right now is very simplified
Yeah.
and down, I would say.
Well, so I mentioned that I touched on that quick before you jumped on. With Drake May, this feels like, because I think you're kind of in the same idea that I am with this Houston Texans defense. I think this Houston Texans defense is one of the best defenses that we've seen in my lifetime. It's probably one of the best defenses of the last 10 years, whatever you want to say. I think that this possibly could be a game, and New England's favored by 3.5. But I think this is possibly a game where like Houston's defense really gets to Drake May, and this feels like his real first experience, like, oh shit, I'm actually an NFL quarterback. I actually have to go out and win this game by myself. I don't have a shitty team that I'm playing. And I want to preface this by saying I think New England's a good football team, but this
Agreed.
is a shitty team. Like, this feels like a game where he might get beat down a little bit. New England wins this game. It's like, okay, now I get better because I lost to this team, and now I have something to play for. moving for the rest of my season. Because again, I do believe Drake May is a good quarterback. I think he's be a great quarterback for New England. This kind of feels like, and I hate to compare him to, like Michael Jordan, but it feels like a Michael Jordan Pistons, you get beat up and you figure it out, or a LeBron James get beat up by the Celtics and you figure out. This kind of feels that way
Sure.
with the Texans, right?
I think so. And, the Patriots, as good as they are, and they're the number 2 seed, I don't think anyone entering the season, midpoint in the season, even at the end of the season, was thinking this is the Super Bowl year. Like, this
Right,
is the year where they're supposed to get a lot better. And I think they go all in next year. And
right,
that, now it's time to go. So, like, if they lose this game, that doesn't mean anything about them. I still think they have some very obvious holes, including on the offensive line, including on offense. So I think the Texans expose that. I don't know what their blitz beater is really in this game. They really don't have that receiver to do that. And they don't really use Trevion Henderson in that way. They don't really have you know, Hunter Henry's almost used more downfield than he is close to the line of scrimmage. So um, I think Drake May is going to get hit a lot. And will he be one of those quarterbacks who are like Joe Burrow, where to Joe Burrow's detriment too, but Joe Burrow doesn't start playing well until he gets hit in the mouth a little bit?
right,
Does Drake May wake up and all of a sudden he's incredible? Or is he going to go back to that rookie year? He gets hit a little bit and then he starts making mistakes. We don't know
right.
yet because it hasn't really happened this year.
Right. What's been kind of interesting to watch with Drake May is, when he was, I guess even last year, I guess he was rookie last year, but he comes in and he has like that. And again, I don't love to make this comparison, but he plays, he has that Josh Allen in him where if something's not open in
Mhm.
the red zone, he's taking it and running it. I think he ran, a handful of touchdowns last year, and that seemed to change a little bit. He hasn't run as many touchdowns. He's been, making the right read. He's been hitting it quickly. But to your point, if Houston does expose something, does it go back to that rookie tendency of like, I'm not throwing the ball, I'm not forcing a pick here. I'm just going to take it myself. Which again, right before you hopped on, I was kind of ranking these as these 4 games as games that I would like to watch. I think Houston, New England is honestly my number 1 game that I want to watch this week.
It's a football fans
Yeah,
football game. Like
yeah,
the people who are in the weeds with football. It's not going to be high scoring.
right,
You're not going to see the offensive highlights most likely. It's going to be a chess match between 2 really good head coaches, 2 very interesting offensive schemes, 2 very interesting defensive schemes. It's going to be good. Um, if I have to say, like, what you need to win a Super Bowl in this era of the NFL, and this era spanning back like a decade at this point, like, the 2 things you need to win a Super Bowl is you need an offensive line
yep,
that can protect, and you need a front 4 that can get pressure
yeah,
on defense. And that's not a secret. Like, you can win without a quarterback, you can win without a bunch of other things. Houston's offensive line is playing very good right now,
hmm,
and obviously that front 4 is probably the best one remaining. Denver's is good, but
yeah.
they do a lot of blitzing. Like, I think their front 4 is the best one. Daniil Hunter is
Well, I mean,
stupid.
straight up, I mean, there might not be a better pass rush duo than Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson.
I don't think so. I
Yeah,
mean, Daniil Hunter is not even talked about.
right. He's a second team All
He's
Pro and wasn't a Pro Bowler.
right. He's just not
Yeah,
mentioned. He's so good. He's
yeah,
terrifying.
right. You know
So
how nice it is
yeah,
that he does not play for Minnesota anymore?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, yeah, he was scary with Minnesota, and then they basically switched. Minnesota got Grenard, who's also good,
yeah,
but
agreed.
um, yeah, I mean, they got pressure in the middle of the field too, and then all of a sudden, if Shair starts getting going,
I
he's
love
kind
it.
of been on a Walter Payton Man of the Year path this
Yeah,
year,
I
but
know. He needs
playoff start, he's going to start taking some cheap shots too.
yeah, he needs to get like he needs to get back to cheap shotting Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
Again,
see.
not a cheap shot, by the way, on Trevor Lawrence.
No, no, I fully agree.
Yeah,
But couldn't you see in this game Drake May runs and just
for
doesn't
sure.
slide in time?
Yeah.
Like, he might pop him. We'll see. But yeah, that
Um,
Houston defense is super, super fun.
yeah, they're
I would
awesome.
put them above Denver's defense, I think.
Yeah,
Denver's is good.
so off the top of my head, like I think this is better than that Broncos defense with Von Miller, Aqib Talib, Chris Harris, that
That
defense.
defense is good.
I think this is the best defense since that Seattle defense, that Legion of Boom.
I think
Maybe
that's fair.
that Tampa defense when Brady was there was a pretty good defense.
Yeah, with Sue and
Yeah.
that defense is really good. I don't know that Aqib Talib. Who was the guy, the safety from the Browns who went there?
Oh, Ward, TJ Ward.
TJ Ward, he was a
Yeah,
psychopath
he
too.
was
That
sick.
defense was so fun.
Yeah.
I was a Bronco fan at that point. Basically, growing up my entire life, I was a Bronco fan.
That was the worst.
No,
It was Monday night. It was Broncos Packers. That was the worst game I ever seen Aaron Rodgers play. He's like 87 yards in that game.
yeah, completely shut him down. It
Yeah.
was ridiculous. That was highlight of Rodgers,
Yeah.
like the prime of his career. Yeah, yeah, very good defense. This Houston one, I think, is I don't think enough people legitimize them as on that caliber, but I think they are.
I mean, I've been on the show just talking about it, all year long. Like, if you just like look at they have studs on this defense. It's Jalen Hunter, it's Will Anderson, it's Aziz El-Shaair, it's Jalen Petrie, it's Derek Stingley. Like everywhere that you need a stud, they have a stud on defense. On
And
top of D'Amico
Petrie,
Ryans.
yeah, he's such a good defensive mind, and he's one of those energy coaches. He just injects his energy and being on the sideline and stuff like that. With you see that with Flores, you see that with a bunch of psychopaths like that.
Yeah.
Petrie was someone we talked about coming out of the draft that we loved a ton,
Yeah.
and almost everybody projected him as a typical safety. And we talked about how good he could be as a nickel. He initially was, a typical safety on Houston, and he moved to that nickel role. He might be the best nickel in the NFL.
For sure.
He's
What's
he's a monster.
what's the deal? And we'll get into it more when we do draft talk. People just don't draft safeties high.
Not really. They're kind of hard to project, but because if you whether you think this is true or whether you don't, it's like okay, if a cornerback gets a little less athletic, he can play safety.
Sure. I'm just
A
thinking
lot of
like
people still think that.
coming into this draft, and it's probably a different draft, but coming into this draft, like Fernando Mendoza is probably the number one pick, right? And then offensive lineman, the pass rusher, whatever. Like people are projecting like Caleb Downs to be like the 15th pick. That feels like an easy top 6 pick to me.
Yeah, he's going to rise for sure.
Like he feels like the best player in this draft.
Yeah, he's really good. But yeah, in terms of with safeties as well, I think they need a lot of coaching. I don't think they get the coaching in college that you typically see because you see those lockdown corners,
Yeah.
and then safeties for the most part are just roaming.
Yeah.
Make the tackle. They're the last line of defense and try to catch the tip ball. That's
Yeah.
about it. They're not really doing much. So
That has to be
I think there's a learning curve once they get to the NFL.
that has to be by far the most fun position to play in football, right? I guess probably other than quarterback. Like if you're a good quarterback, that's got to just be an awesome feeling. But other than that, probably safety, right?
The ones that really get to roam, where you have the
Yeah.
freedom to move, you're
Like
deep middle, you get to move down to the box, you get the Troy Palomalus of the
I was
world
gonna
where
say
it's
the
like,
Ed Reeds. Yeah.
yeah, see ball, get ball. I am just gonna read this play. I'm in the quarterback's
Yeah.
mind and I'm just gonna fuck around.
Yeah.
That's
Although I think punt
yeah,
return would also be fun too. That'd be fucking scary, but if you break one, that's got to be an incredible feeling.
for sure. But I mean, if you break one twice in
Right.
the entire season, that's good. There's
Right.
a lot of bad moments as a
Well, I
returner.
guess I mean just look at Devin Hester, right? Like he has what 25 career touchdowns in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and that's a ridiculous number.
Right.
And the number of times where he's also the best returner too, so he's gonna take it and go no matter what.
Right.
And also think of Pac-Man Jones, who never fair caught a
Yeah.
punt.
Yeah. Right.
Like the amount of shots you take is you're a killer back there, man.
Right.
If you because your chin's up,
Right.
like you're not even looking at
guys
the guy's.
running at you.
Yeah, that's a different type of human.
It's
Good for
incredible.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you want to play my game? I guess we can do one person since you're on.
sure. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, up
Let
to
me
you.
try to figure this out, okay?
Okay.
So I made this up last night, and we're gonna play it tonight. Can you see what I got going on here? There we go.
Yep.
NFL stadiums from above.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. So hold on. Hold on. Okay. Can you see what's going on here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you ready? We're gonna get right into it.
Okay. Yeah. I assume it's a sky view of a stadium and I have to guess it, right?
It's a sky view from the stadium. All the stadiums or all the sky views are like 3,500 to 5,000 feet in the air. I kind of tried to grab an image of like all the geography around it,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Sure.
Okay. Starting it off.
Okay, so that's Detroit, Ford
Yeah.
Field, and then
So
Yeah.
right here. Yep. So we
Yep.
yes. I tried to start easy. Ford Field, Detroit.
Yes.
Okay, so right here is the stadium.
Interesting. Okay. Red. I don't see a power plant or whatever next door, so it's probably not San Francisco, whatever that story is going on right now.
Fair.
Um,
So you're not a baseball guy, but this baseball stadium gives a lot away that they're right next to the football stadium.
it's blue, so I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that's the Royals. So I'm gonna go. This is Chiefs.
Boom.
Okay, cool. Ooh, River. That's Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
That's one of the coolest like views from a stadium.
Right. Agreed. Both the football field and the baseball stadium right on the river.
Yeah, great view. Kicking there, nightmare.
Yep.
Ooh,
Right here, right in the middle.
okay. So there is some water over there. That looks like maybe like a high school complex to the right of it. Open though. I really don't know. I'm gonna go. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll give you a hint. It's a capital.
Like a capital of a
The city is a capital
state.
of the state. Yep.
Okay. Um.
And they're still in the playoffs. I'll give you that too.
Okay. Not I was okay. Not what I was gonna guess then. Okay. So going through it, Buffalo's not a capital. Denver's not a capital. It's also not Denver. Um. Is that Seattle? Seattle's not a capital, right?
Nope.
This is quite the mind trick here. So, I mean, it's not Los Angeles, it's not Seattle, it's not San Francisco. The other, it's not Chicago. It must be one of the ones I said it's not before then.
Correct.
Buffalo, Houston. Is it Buffalo?
Nope. Buffalo's not the capital.
Oh yeah, it's not. Duh. Buffalo. That's not Denver, is it?
Denver Broncos.
Really?
Yep.
That's really shocking. That looks terrible.
Agreed.
Huh. Ooh. That's a weird little circular one.
Airport off to the right.
Airport to the right. So dome. I don't that's not big enough for or round enough for super dome, I don't think. I think that's
When
full
I took this
circle.
picture, I was shocked to see that this is where the stadium was.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Dome. Oh, is this oh no, it doesn't look like that. I was gonna say is this US Bank, but that's not US
Nope.
Bank. Let's go with
Golf course down in the bottom there. Not that that's gonna help, but
is it Houston?
Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh.
It feels like that, like the Raider Stadium should be right on the strip, but it's not.
I guess. I didn't realize it was right next door to a airport either, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought it was like in the city though. Regardless.
That's what I thought too. Like the city is, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but it's like it's like up past the airport, up in the upper right. Like that's where the strip is.
Huh. Okay. Weird. Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Right off the highway.
Right off the highway. I have two in mind. It's open. Let's go with. I keep looking around it like as if that's going to be a clue, but it's not. I'm gonna go with Carolina.
Boom.
Okay. Nice. I've seen enough sky views of Carolina when they were building some facility there.
Right.
They're gonna build like another town. Okay, this is another one right on the water. Baseball next door. I don't think that's professional though, is it?
It is not.
Yeah.
Practice field up next to it.
Practice field next to it. Is this Buffalo?
It is. I don't know. It's not Buffalo.
Okay. Not Buffalo. I don't think it's Cincinnati. I don't think it's Cleveland, even though Cleveland's on the near the water as well.
I'll say this water I would. I think it's more of a river.
Okay.
If that helps at all. I don't think it's going to help in this case, but
Okay.
you would not
I'm
expect a river to
hoping.
be here.
Okay. I'll go with. Is this Tennessee?
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
Because that
I
these rivers like out to the right of it converge like into the ocean.
okay. I have no like knowledge of the city of Jacksonville whatsoever.
So I went to we were in Florida for my 21st birthday, and it was my parents' 25th wedding anniversary. So we went down to Disney World and we drove up to Jacksonville. This stadium's like a shithole.
Yeah, everything in that like northern Florida area, and I'm including Tampa to an extent too, is kind of shitty down there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Oh, this doesn't seem
Right in the
great.
woods.
Yeah,
So I would say my hint for this would be it's a major US city, but the stadium is outside of that major US city.
sure. This is
Like when you
odd.
hear it, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
It's not uh MetLife, is it?
It is not MetLife.
Okay.
Right region.
Great region. Oh, this is Foxborough, isn't it?
Gillette. Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind
I
of
heard that's super cool there actually.
right. It's like right in the middle of the woods, kind of out of the blue, out of the trotting lanes.
That's a bucket list place to go for
Agreed.
sure. Huh.
So this one's so the they're building a stadium next to it here. That probably gives it away.
Yeah, it's got to be Buffalo, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Again,
And
kind
the
of not.
moon's on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, another right on the water. Um, what? Red and on the water, or is that orange? Looks like red.
I'll say it's orange.
Oh, so is it Cleveland?
Boom. Did you know that they renamed Huntington Bank Field? I forget what it was
No,
before, but I don't know.
I guess I don't know. They all like I feel like all except for I guess the bank for AFC North because Cincinnati renamed theirs,
Right.
Pittsburgh renamed theirs. Weird. I don't like it. Quit
Agreed.
renaming your Staples is still Staples to me. All that shit.
Right.
I mean, this is Green Bay.
Boom.
Got to be. Yeah.
Right
I mean, so
right in the middle
yeah,
of the neighborhood.
so weird. It's
Right.
cool, obviously.
So you see this football field up here,
Yeah.
up to the left. So they built that like when I was a senior in high school. Is kind of like, hey, let's get people like this is our district. When people come to Lambeau, they can hang out here. So it's a 100-yard turf football field. We used to like play flag football there and stuff. It was awesome.
That is sick.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Packers way better than everybody else's.
Right.
Okay. A
Another
lot of
right on the
baseball.
highway.
A lot of baseball. What place suffers because they like baseball too much?
I don't think I know this one, to be honest, now that I'm looking at this.
It's weird. There's another indoor
Looks like a
facility of some
basketball
sort.
arena.
Yeah, a big one.
Nice houses on the lake out to the left.
Yeah, there are. Okay, so right off the highway, initially it feels like it could potentially be a Indy. Well, no, it's not Indy because it's a dome, not a dome. I don't think it's Soldier Field.
It's not Soldier, I know that.
Okay, so this doesn't feel like it's an out west one.
This feels very
like
Midwest, right?
Yeah, it feels like we're in the middle of the country. So we're looking at in that region, we're looking at Tennessee. We've done Chiefs already. We've done Broncos already. Cincinnati, I guess. There really aren't that many more teams in the middle of this country.
Right.
I'll go with.
So it probably has to be a team with all four sports, right? If it has baseball, probably a basketball stadium to the left there.
Basketball could be hockey. I don't know. Is it Tennessee though?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Really interesting. Huh. Oh, big one in the middle. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
River out to the left. Looks like a little waterfall out there. That
River to the
baseball
left is
stadium is not professional baseball.
right. It's not a typical dome.
Right.
Um. Okay, so if it's not a typical dome, takes away Atlanta, takes away New Orleans, takes away like it could be Minnesota, but this isn't Minnesota. Um, pretty sure. I
It is
don't
not
think
Minnesota.
it's I don't think it's Los Angeles. Theirs
Not Los
isn't a typical dome. That's a weird one.
Yep. I think you'll know Los
Um,
Angeles when you see it.
yeah. What other domes do we got? Not Houston, I don't think.
Not Houston. I would say that this
Um,
place is we see it a lot in during draft time. That's probably gonna give it away, but
see it a lot during draft time. Um, I actually don't know the answer to that. Is it now I gotta think of every fucking indoor stadium. It's not Arizona, right?
nope.
Houston. Uh, the East, there are none. The NFC East, there are. Is it Dallas?
Indianapolis, Lucas Oil.
That's Lucas Oil?
Yep.
I thought they were. That's a retractable roof? That's crazy.
Isn't it? Like that's not a stadium. That's like a barn.
Huh. I would not have guessed that at all.
Right.
Okay, this. Hmm.
City out to the left, it looks like. Some
Is
water
this
also kind of off the
New
highway.
Orleans?
Houston Texans.
Houston.
NRG.
Okay. That I wouldn't have guessed that for that top, I guess.
Right.
Ooh. I like this one.
I do like
Whatever
this
this
one
is.
too. It looks like a pit.
It does. Yeah, this is a cool design. Is this San Francisco?
Not San Francisco.
Okay. Okay, so more different red teams, not
I
Kansas City,
don't
San
know. I don't
Francisco.
know this one off the top of my head. I know it's not San Francisco.
Okay. Thinking of other red teams. It's not the Patriots, not the Bills, not the Texans, obviously. We just did that.
Open stadium.
That's not Chicago. That's not Chicago. It's too
Not
far.
Chicago.
Um, is that Arizona?
Washington Commanders.
Oh, that looks way better from the top down.
Agreed.
Did you see the new renderings of what their next stadium is
No,
today?
I guess no.
It looks sick. It's almost like they are designing it as if it's one of the DC monuments. It looks
Oh,
really cool.
that's kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about it. It looks really sick. What the hell is this? So it's a square
A square.
and it's blue. What the
Fired
hell
their
is this?
coach this year.
Oh, this is the Dolphins, isn't it?
Hard Rock Stadium.
That's disgusting. I
Isn't it
hate that.
horrible? The shadows
Yeah,
on that
that's
are terrible.
yeah, it is. That's horrible.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, the field shadows would be
Yeah.
that'd be a nightmare. Why
Yeah.
is it designed like this?
Wish I could tell you.
Okay, another dome. We're inside. I don't think again, it's not New Orleans. It's not I don't think it's Atlanta Superdome. Um,
I think this is
not
like one of the major cities in the United States that like doesn't have water through it. I don't know if that's gonna help, but
I mean, is this Los Angeles? I don't think that's what this is.
no. I'll give you one more guess.
Does not have water through it.
I could be wrong with that, but I think that's right. Like, it doesn't have major river or anything around it.
Hmm. Is is this Atlanta or not Atlanta? Sorry, is this Arizona?
AT&T.
Oh, you're right. I think with that,
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't even think about the Cowboys, but I think you're right with that. Without there's no when
Yeah.
I was there, I didn't see water. It's just all out trash.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay, another river one. There's more right on the river than I guess I thought.
Right. Both the NFL and MLB stadium right on the river.
Yeah. Do you hear? Obviously I'm not a baseball fan, so I don't know. But do you hear about um like the wind and stuff being on the river fucking with pitches at all?
Like, if in Chicago, for sure, that's, like, right on the lake. Like, if it's a
Okay,
windy day in Chicago, like, guys just can't hit home runs.
interesting. Okay, yeah, I've never heard anything like weather
Yeah.
impacting that. Okay, so we got another river. Is this?
I believe the
I don't
river
remember.
is the border of states here.
Interesting. Okay, so that takes away what I was thinking. I was thinking I gotta remember what we've done, what we haven't, I guess. But it's not a California one then.
Nope. I think this city's airport is in a different state.
That's interesting. I don't even know what that means.
Right.
Is this MetLife?
Cincinnati, Paycor.
Cincinnati. Do they
Yeah,
not have their own airport?
I think I flew into Cincinnati once, and they're like, "Oh, we made it to Kentucky." I'm like, "What the fuck does that even mean?"
Interesting. It is right. Yeah, you're right. It's right on that border.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
so I could be wrong with the river being the border, but I think it's pretty fucking close.
Yeah, it's probably right. What the hell is this?
So right here is the city.
Um, that's weird. That's not US Bank, is it? Is that US Bank?
Not US Bank.
Is that LA?
SoFi.
What a weird stadium.
Right.
That's the one where it's like it's indoor, but it's
Right.
outdoor, and if it rains and
Look
yeah,
at how many
bad
fucking
design.
houses are around it. I know I took this as a
That's
high picture, but
it's stupid. Yeah,
right.
it's as packed as you can get.
This one's a little higher than normal, but
Jeez.
it's a big white one right in the middle here.
Okay.
And I
I
believe
mean,
this
that
is
seems
the NBA stadium. Maybe not. I don't know.
like Superdome.
Caesar Superdome.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
I don't remember what this one is.
Yeah,
Racetrack.
this one seems racetrack. This seems so unfamiliar.
Right. It's an interesting perspective looking at it from above. Because I feel like
Yeah.
when it's not like on like Sunday Night Football or whatever, they do like a tour through the city almost, you know?
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. They don't necessarily use it anymore, but they do those blimp shots essentially.
Right.
Okay. Outdoor. A lot of green nearby,
Yeah.
weirdly.
Seems like outside of the city.
Right. I keep guessing it, but is this MetLife?
MetLife.
Okay.
Kind of interesting.
Huh.
So I think New York, like New York City is like down in the bottom right corner, down back there.
Sure. That's a weird stadium. And
Yeah.
I guess I also have I don't have enough information about this place. Like, is that like south of the stadium there, that big white, is that like one of the team's facilities?
It must be, right?
Because they must have separate facilities, not
They have
joining.
to. Did the Rams and Chargers have separate facilities on Hard Knocks when they did that? They had
Um,
to have, right? If they're in the off season, they're not
they
practicing
do
together.
they do now during
Yeah.
that Hard Knocks. I can't remember. They might have still been together.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Another
on the river.
on the river. Yeah.
So I'll say
Um,
the stadium here, downtown is to the left of the stadium on the other side of the river.
oh, okay. So somewhat separate. Is this Chicago?
Nope.
Um,
Very famous downtown. I would say holds a lot of bachelorette parties and bachelor parties.
oh, is this Tennessee?
Tennessee.
That didn't even look like Titan Stadium at all.
So I went here on a bachelor party last summer, and we took a ferry through this river. It was awesome.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
went right by.
Nashville.
Yeah.
uh, I spent like an hour there. I feel like, and like not much time at all. But everyone who goes loves it.
Yeah, I loved it, it's incredible, like, the drinking and partying's fun, but the live music is incredible because those are, like, the people that are actually trying to make it and, into the music industry.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's really
Yeah. Just
fucking
music
good.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, looks like another pro baseball there. Um, okay, what have we done? Is this Baltimore?
Baltimore.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, is that an indoor? Is that a dome?
It's like, these sides are like roofs, but it's outside.
Oh,
So it's like a third inside, outside, and then another third.
interesting. Okay. Okay. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at really.
The below it is
Um,
professional baseball stadium
yeah.
on the water.
So, okay. Now we got to think about who has baseball as well. So, what have we done? What have we not done? That does not look like Chicago. I mean, it's not Chicago.
Not
It
Chicago.
is um AFC North. We've done all of them. NFC East, we've done all of them.
He's in all of them for NFC East, yep.
AFC East, I think we've done all of them.
This is a team that's in the playoffs. Still in the playoffs.
Oh, is this that's a Lumen, that's Seattle.
Seattle.
Okay. Yeah, it's built for sound or whatever. That's
Yep.
weird.
Yep. So right in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, this looks like a dump.
Yeah. You mentioned as a dump earlier.
Yeah. It's gotta be Chicago.
No.
No?
Northern part of a state.
Oh, this is fucking Tampa.
Raymond James. That looks horrible, huh?
Tampa facilities, baseball, football, everything is just bad.
Yeah. Look at how many
I don't
baseballs
understand.
around this, by the way.
There's that quad on the bottom. I mean, there's two
Yeah.
quads, I guess.
Yeah.
That is weird. Oh, this is US Bank.
This is US Bank.
Yeah, for sure. This is Atlanta.
Yep.
That one's a cool one. I like that.
It is. I like that, and it's right by the State Farm where the Hawks play too.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize they're that close.
This one looks shittier than what I thought it would be.
Right. Is there is that canopy over it, or what is that on the
That's
field?
like on the field. This white stuff is on the field.
Huh.
Must be like a tarp or something.
Right. Weird. Okay. Is this
Again, another team in the playoffs still.
okay? Now I can't remember what I fucking said. Is this San Francisco?
Levi, where the Super Bowl is.
That's interesting to think, huh?
Right.
It does look way shittier than,
doesn't it? Like, where do you park? I guess across the street, but
I guess, yeah, for Super Bowl, that feels like
doesn't
this
feel
is
like
going to be a disaster.
that doesn't feel like enough parking.
No. So, and then the facility that's a power plant or whatever the hell, that's supposedly right next door or something.
Must be up above, I would guess.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, no, maybe it's down here.
There's not many trees around it. Did
Right.
everything die?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, I don't know. Something to think about. This looks. Oh, okay. I was gonna guess Arizona, but now I take that back. It feels like too many farms.
Looks like a lot of, but Arizona is outside of Phoenix.
Right. It's in like, is it in Scottsdale?
Glendale.
Glendale.
It's
Glendale.
like out of the way of Phoenix, Arizona.
Hmm.
I guess I'm whatever. I, it is. It's Arizona.
That is State Farm.
Yeah,
Are those they are fields, right? It's not just
off to
dirt.
the left there. Yes, yes. So like you go down this highway off to the left here. Like I was there a couple years ago, and I'm like, this is where the stadium is. I was very confused.
In my mind, there's just no farming in Arizona, I
Right.
guess. I don't know. That is super that like I mean it's a very brown. That's kind of what I expected, I suppose.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think this is our last one.
I mean, if this is the last one, this has to be Chicago, right?
Soldier. Right on the
Huh.
water.
I didn't realize it has like the boats right behind there too.
Right.
Interesting. That's what those are, right? I
Yep.
would assume. It's
Yeah,
like a
it's like a
yacht.
marina or something.
Yeah. Huh. Not for long. They're gonna get their ass out of there, huh?
It's gonna be
Move
in
to
Gary.
Gary, Indiana. It's gonna look good. That's gonna be a very good stadium once it's in Gary.
The Gary Bears.
What a time. That's gonna be they're gonna be scary.
The
I,
scary Gary
you,
Bears.
you, you know what? If their goal is to make sure there's less Packer fans at Packer Bear games, that's a
They
good way to
got,
do
they got
it.
it. We left Bear fans too.
True.
We less
True.
fans in general.
Just,
Um,
just thinking of all the old white Packer fans that always go to the Bears games,
correct.
they will not go to Gary. I
Correct.
guarantee it. That's
I
funny.
appreciate you playing that. I spent like an hour last night grabbing
That
screenshots of
is
Google Earth.
just changing the perspective for like a few of them were recognizable. So
Right.
many of them were like, what the fuck? That's where
Right.
this is? Huh. And
I
it
know it's
feels like over half were on a river. Way
right.
over half.
And I know it's been overstated, and you're right. You can't state it enough. But living here, it's fucking crazy that Lambeau Field is in Green Bay.
Right.
Like I drive by
Right.
Lambeau Field every day of my life, and I don't even think one thing of it.
It's just part of the city. It's just
Right.
another thing that's there. But that's the one thing that I have had to like talk myself out of where you get the national media that goes to Green Bay, you get the people who have never been there before, and they always do that video, right?
Mhm.
They always talk about like, oh, it's so crazy and stuff. And I initially got a little bit irritated, but then it's
Right.
like, no, it's actually very unique. Like
Correct.
it's a cool thing, and they should talk about it.
For
So
sure.
yes, celebrate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that is so weird. Almost all of them, I would say the unique ones were Green Bay, obviously. I think Foxborough is super unique.
Yeah.
Um, maybe MetLife, to be completely honest.
I just want. Yeah. I just want to go back to where was Lambeau? It. The other one that like this like Jacksonville like all these ones on a river are crazy.
Yeah,
But this one Gillette that might be the number one place I want to be.
that's it. Almost reminds me of, in a different way, I guess, but it reminds me a little bit of App State, where you're
Yeah.
kind of going through the mountains to get there. It's almost like that. It's like a destination thing. But yeah, this Lambeau's weird.
It's fucking crazy. Like my buddy lives in the neighborhood up here.
Right. Right. And this is the built up Titletown district too. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right, this corridor right here.
That. And this and people are like, Packer fans need to stop complaining about the NFL draft. There's plenty of room.
Right.
Where?
It was all right here.
I would love to see a sky view just during the draft
Right.
of what this looked like.
Yeah.
Even just a Packer game day would be interesting.
Yeah.
This is almost like, for as unique as Lambeau is, it's not that unlike Camp Randall either with how that's
True.
treated.
So that was a cool thing about Camp Randall. So a buddy of mine that grew up with him in high school, he went to school in Madison. He lived across the street from Camp Randall, which was awesome.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
He had to have made so much money on parking
Yeah, I think so.
if they
It was
wanted
like
to.
a four-story house. He lived with, like, 9 other guys. That was a
That's sick.
really fun place to go down and party at.
I'm sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure. I know people though, they pay for their entire rent,
right,
like just for like selling parking for home games.
right.
Crazy. I can That's yeah. This is cool. I assume people do that a lot in Lambeau too to
Oh, yeah,
sell their
all
lawn.
over, like, yeah, everywhere in this picture is sold out for parking, all these ho and maybe not on the other side of the highway, but on this side of the highway, everywhere is sold out for parking.
Right. Were they allowed to do that for the draft or no?
Yeah, and you know what?
Mm.
Not a lot of people did it. Not a lot of people parked in people's driveways. It was a lot less
Really?
than you think it was. Maybe I don't know about the first night, but, like, Friday night and
Like
Saturday,
chose not to, you mean?
it just yeah, I think so. Like, Friday and Saturday, there was not, like, a lot of people parking around Lambeau Field. I don't know, maybe people just shuttled the entire way, but
I know there's a lot of shuttles, but
yeah,
even still, I guess there weren't that many because they couldn't. There really wasn't that big of a population that stayed in Green Bay.
correct.
And even the ones that did, I guess, could shuttle too.
Right, it was because we were talking to some guy who lived right by Lambeau goes, "I didn't make nearly as much money as I thought I would make."
Interesting. I guess.
Yeah.
I know people made a lot for like renting out their actual homes.
Right, yeah,
But yeah, for parking, I guess that's interesting.
yeah,
You could have made a lot if you sold beer.
big time.
That would have been the move.
Yeah,
Get a keg outside your front lawn
yeah.
next time. Not
I
that
think that I'm in.
draft would ever come back.
I don't think I care about them doing the draft at, like, all these historical stadiums or anything. I think they should go right back to Nashville or MSD or wherever they did it, and just do it on a normal stage.
I agree. It's Pittsburgh this year. It'll look cool if it goes well.
Right.
And the chances of it going well, probably less than 50-50.
I guess we said the same thing about Lambeau last year, and for whatever my money's worth living here, I thought it went a lot better than I thought it was going to.
It went all right. It was still rainy and shit,
For
but
sure. But in terms of,
um
like, the arch not the architecture, but the structures and everything, and be able to get people in and out, I thought it was gonna be horrible, and they did it great.
right. You still also have to think about, I don't know, did a third of like Nashville's draft audience go to Lambeau?
Correct, right,
Like it was cut down quite a bit because everyone knew it was not going to be good. Pittsburgh is going to be more than Green Bay,
right.
but I don't know how much more.
Well, Detroit was huge before Green Bay.
Right, Detroit was one before it.
Yeah,
Yes, that was massive. Um, and Detroit's similar to I guess Green Bay kind of is too, but Detroit's similar to Pittsburgh, where there's a lot of NFL fan bases nearby that you can just drive to it.
right.
So like Pittsburgh, you're getting a lot of Philly. You'll
Yeah.
get some New York. You'll get all kinds of people.
You could probably pull from Canada too, to be honest.
You can pull from Canada. You can pull from Indy. Indy is not that far away.
Ohio too,
Right. Yeah.
Cleveland
Right
and
between them.
Cincinnati.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. Again, the views will be great if it's good weather
For
and
sure.
stuff like that. It could get windy. It could get shitty. It could be snowing. Um, we'll see. But yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. I think it should be Vegas, should be Nashville, should
yeah.
be
LA,
maybe Arizona,
yeah, right.
LA. Yeah. Yeah. Knock it
Like,
off.
just
Just do that.
run the ball, do what works.
No one cares.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's really not that big of a deal.
And you know what, Zach, too? I'll say about the bars in Green Bay, they did not make
Mhm.
as much money as they thought they were gonna make either. Talking to a
Yeah,
lot of
probably.
bartenders.
Well, to be fair, like if you were going to the draft,
Right.
you're
You're
going to
going
the draft.
you're going to the draft.
Yeah. And for the people of Green Bay, a lot of them went to the draft.
Right.
Otherwise, they're staying fucking home.
Correct.
Like they were not out and about. They
Right.
knew what was up. Those were the people pissed off that we have everyone else in our city.
Mhm. Right.
So yeah, I guess that makes sense. I remember seeing how they were like, it was like $300 to rent a bar stool to watch the
Yeah.
draft or something. which seemed wild. I don't know how many of those sold, but
I don't think a lot. Like, I'm telling you, like, I have some friends that are bartenders, just meeting people, they're like, "That was gonna make a lot more tips than I actually made."
I, do you know anything about like all the hotels they built for the draft? Are
I
those
would
like
imagine they're packed. I know that if you
I mean like now how are they doing? Are they like Dunzo?
not I mean, obviously not. I would say that they're probably not full always. You know what I'm trying to say. There are always rooms open is what I'm trying to say.
Sure. Sure.
Like it felt like those hotels and everything they put around was made for the draft, and if they can get, I mean, people are gonna stay there because there's a ton of hotels now around Lambeau. People are gonna stay just because it's Lambeau Field, but I mean,
Yeah.
is it really worth it? It's a lot of money to go in those hotels. I'm sure they made a lot back on the draft, but
Yeah. I hope so. you know, the
yeah,
NFL gave the Packers a lot of money. I think the to your point, I think the plan of, usually you host a Super Bowl, you host the draft, you host a huge event, and it's just an injection into the economy about
right,
the amount of money that's spent. And I wonder, I think there's probably a lot of people in Green Bay regretting it,
probably,
saying it wasn't worth it.
yeah, probably.
It's interesting.
I will say it was awesome to have. People. It's a cliche to say it was a one in a lifetime experience, but honestly, it was like that. Nothing that big is ever coming to
Mhm.
Green Bay again, so it was kind of cool to be a part of that.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, that is, yeah, it's something that shouldn't have happened, but did.
right.
And yeah, you got to experience it. So
And as a true, love cold weather football, snow and shit, I think that the Super Bowl should be held at Lambeau Field every year, but
if you can hold the draft, why not hold the Super Bowl?
right. Pussies don't wanna play outside.
I fully agree, though. It
Yeah,
should be, even if you don't want to do it in Lambeau or whatever because it's too small. It should be in MetLife. It should be
right,
in Buffalo's new stadium. Should be all
right,
that.
right. Enough
Who
with the fucking
cares?
domes.
Yeah. And you know what? If it's because of the halftime performer, let them perform somewhere else and just
Right,
tape it.
right.
We don't care.
Or
But
be a good be cool and perform in the snow.
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
The A lot of it's already pre-recorded anyways in terms of like voice. It's just a
right,
voice track. So
right. So,
whatever.
when it becomes a Gary Bears, I assume they're gonna do a dome, right? Lambeau Field is gonna be the only dome or the only open field left in NFC North.
Yeah. I guess I don't know because Buffalo, everyone assumed they would do a dome and they
True,
didn't.
true.
Um, if I'm the Bears, I feel like you take a pretty big hit to your reputation if you build a dome.
Correct.
So I don't know.
When you think of the teams that's like real outdoor football, you're playing in the element. It's Green Bay, Chicago, it's Buffalo, New England, Pittsburgh. Those 5 teams cannot have domes.
Correct. Correct. Yeah. If Chicago does, they're done. In
Yep,
my opinion. I mean, it is what it is. It's just pansies at that point. It's
right.
dumb.
I also started the show off before you hopped on saying I don't have a rooting interest in, like, any of these games anymore now that the Packers are done, Rodgers is done. I think the only thing I'm rooting for is Chicago to lose. I don't really care who wins the Super Bowl. It'd be fun if some guys win. I'm rooting for Chicago. I guess I'm rooting for Buffalo to lose, but if they win a Super Bowl, whatever.
I agree. If I have to root for somebody, I'm rooting for the Rams.
Yeah,
Um,
root for
'Cause
Devontae.
Devontae, I like Stafford, I like McVay.
I like
I think
Puka.
a lot of defensive guys I like. Um, but yeah, I don't want the Bears to just lose. I want their heart to be
Agreed.
broken.
Yep.
So I hope they get a big lead at the half, first time
Yep.
ever. I hope they're up 30. And I hope Stafford just decimates them. I hope Devontae does it. Triple crown from Devontae or something.
Agreed. Um. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And this is not for any if anyone's still watching. If you guys have anything to say about anything football, drop it in the chat. We're here to chat. Um, I had my fantasy draft tonight. Puka as the 5th pick, pretty good, huh?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
After what he did last game too. That's
Right.
crazy. That makes
Yeah.
no sense to me.
Josh Allen went 3rd.
Who went 1-2?
McCaffrey went 1. Stafford went 2. Josh Allen 3. Kyron Williams 4. Puka 5. And then Devontae 6.
I mean, Josh Allen gets Denver, I guess, but
But it's Josh Allen.
Chris McCaffrey shouldn't have been number 1 though.
Agreed. It should have been Allen 1.
I could see Stafford. I think you can get an argument for Stafford,
Yeah.
given that it's because it's touchdown only, right?
touchdown only. 4
Right.
for
So
passing, 6 for rushing.
I think that's fair. AJ says feel terrible for the Packer fan on the left. Unfortunately, there's two here.
Yeah.
I just am wearing my Team USA hat
Yeah.
because
That's
I'm
what
all for the Olympics now.
um, AJ, you don't have to feel bad. Like, as
We've
hardcore
we've accepted this a long time ago.
yeah, as hardcore Packer fans, like, this has happened every year since 2010. It hurts a little bit more because the Bears, but whatever. It sucks that you gotta go into the offseason, and we probably should have this yesterday, but sucks we have to go into offseason where the Bears can just do 8 months of, "Yeah, we own the Packers."
I know, but rents due.
Right?
We've done it for our entire life.
Yep.
You know, at some point it's got to turn. But yeah, the issue is the bad part about this is it's not that you lost. It's not that we lost to the Bears. It's that we lost to the Bears and nothing will change.
Correct. Right.
That's the issue.
Right.
So I'm just preparing for next year when we
Right.
do it all over
That's
again.
the exact team.
Yeah,
Going to
same
the playoffs with
teams.
the 7 seed.
Yeah, so that's the issue. That's the only issue I have.
Yeah.
It's fine to lose. It's fine to get embarrassed. It's fine for a letdown. But then where do you go from there? And if
Right.
it's rinse and repeat, then why don't expect me to show up?
Right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, to add to the issue, I said it yesterday, it's that people don't, like, fear the Packers anymore.
No. Why would you?
AJ, this is you don't have to feel bad because they're up 21. This is the Packers all year. They were up big in the first half and blew it in the second half.
Yeah, watching the game and it was inevitable.
Yeah.
So no matter what the lead was, it's like okay.
Yep.
It was going to be a one-score game no matter what it was. Whether we make the field goal, we win or not,
Yeah, they did it twice in a row against the Bears, so also,
True.
we've been talking about this for schedule when they schedule 2 divisional games in 3 weeks. Packers Bears played 3 times in, like, 6 weeks.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah.
There's several matchups like that this year. It's
Yeah.
dumb. I don't know why they had to. For some teams, they grouped these or divisional matchups so close, and some of them were so far away. Like
Right.
again, Chargers started the year with 3 straight. They played their entire
Yeah.
division to start, and then they won them all, and they got to coast the rest of the year.
You know, if you're gonna do that, like 2 games in 3 weeks, let's just make it back-to-back weeks. I think that's better than 2 games in 3 weeks.
Yeah, sure. I guess at
Yeah.
that point, it's like basketball or baseball, and they just do a double header.
Right.
It's or not, back to back. But I don't know. There's so many things wrong with the NFL schedule.
Yeah.
So many things wrong. And it's not hard to improve it.
Right. But you know what the NFL has done incredibly, and I guess, like, Amazon's kinda done this the same way? You can throw whatever that you want out there, people are still gonna do it. People are still getting in it.
Well, the issue is the NFL is intentionally doing certain things wrong, so there's bargaining chips in the next
Right.
CBA because uh, NFL players are going to argue for a second bye week,
Yep.
and to do so, the NFL is going to say, "Okay, give us another game." And it's
Right.
going to be a 20-week season, 2 buys. And then the scheduling is added on to the terribleness. That'll be fixed with the new CBA as well. There's just so many things. The week 4 bye again that help. It's going to be fixed with the or week 5 bye. It's
Yeah.
going to be fixed with the 2 bye week. I assume it's going to be one within the first 6 weeks or so,
Mhm.
and the next one's going to be in a double-digit week.
Like week
It's
13 or something.
I just hope the playoffs aren't touched in this.
Yeah.
Like I want to make sure we don't add any more playoff teams. There's already one too many on each conference.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm at 2% of my computer, so I'm gonna send you off with the last question here. College football playoffs, does it feel like you need more teams, less teams? Does it feel right? Does it feel what they're doing is right? Because at this point, right, it was, Ohio State wasn't a top seed last year, and now we have what Miami and India. I guess Indiana's a top seed, but Miami's a 10 seed going in the championship. Is there anything crazy about that?
Um, it's crazy Miami's in it when they couldn't make their own conference championship.
Right.
That's weird.
I like it because it's a big fuck you to Duke, so I'm in on it.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But they need to fix it in terms of they need to add more they need to shuffle around the weeks just because the teams who had a bye were at such a detriment. It
Right.
seems like the past years it's shown that. So they just need to switch around the schedule. They need to start a week earlier and then so we can get this entire thing done before the transfer portal.
It also feels like college football needs to be done, like, on New Year's.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean that at least the transfer portal, everything needs to be
So that was a question
in line and done before the next semester.
that was something that came up, like, let's say all of Miami's team goes into the transfer portal. They just can't field a team for the championship?
Correct.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they wouldn't do it because of the amount of money they're making, but
Right,
that
obviously.
also means they have to stay.
Right,
That's not good. Now
right.
you're handcuffing them. That's not good. So yeah, it's a disaster. It's completely they said they didn't want to change anything, and then the NCAA is like, fine, we'll change everything and not regulate it so that you guys will be like, oh, I miss the old way.
So, while I agree with you, it made, like, everything worse, this is still better than, like, having the 18 game the 18 bowls and saying, "Hey, I think
I like
Alabama's
the
gonna be."
BCS. Bring back the
The
BCS.
BCS was
It was
fine,
fun.
but, like, in the '90s, there were, like, 5 teams claimed championships,
Yeah,
which is
that's
kinda funny, I
weird.
guess, but
Yeah, it's all right. Quickly, AJ, who wins this week? Currently ranked number one pigskin bracket.
oh, nice.
Um, I'm gonna go with Rams win. I'll go with Seahawks win.
I'm with
I'll
the Seahawks.
go. I think I'm gonna go Texans win,
Yep,
and I'll
Denver.
go. Mm,
Josh
I have
Allen's looking like
Buffalo.
a corpse.
I bet on Buffalo, but I'm gonna say Denver.
Yeah. I think Denver I can see the Bears winning.
100%.
Yeah,
Rams didn't look good.
because I mean, you got I agree with you 100%. Stafford's throwing a pick in this game. When is it coming?
I know, but there's no scenario where this game combines for less than like 55 points.
Agreed.
So who can keep up? Like I feel like the Rams are going to score
Yeah,
at ease.
yeah. I mean, the Rams have 2 top 10 receivers on their team.
Yeah, Pats easily win. I don't know.
Texans have been killing teams with the defense, man.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very low scoring slobber knocker.
Texans are what, 9-10 in a row?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they've been hot since Davis Mills took over. Collins out, Gonzo in.
I don't think that's that big of a difference. Like, I think Nico Collins.
Gonzo wins a big deal.
Yes. Nico Collins he's a good player. Feels kind of overrated.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
He's not that much better than Jaden Higgins is.
Right. Yeah. Like if we're ranking all the receivers, it feels like Nico Collins is like closer to like a Terry McLaurin than he is to a Justin Jefferson. And I don't think
Yeah,
Terry McLaurin is that good of a player.
role player,
Yeah.
strong
Right.
role player.
Right.
If he's your wide receiver 2, you feel really good about it. If
Correct.
he's your wide receiver 1, you're like, hopefully we have a better supporting cast around him.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's fair. But Texans still have a bunch of weapons.
Yeah.
We'll see how long fucking Woody Marks plays because he's
Right.
going to leave hurt. He
Yep.
will come back, and I don't know. I think it's going to be low scoring. Make your field goals. And if you're going to say who's going to make the field goals, I'll go with Fairbairn.
Yeah. Hey, AJ, it seems like you're a Pats fan. I'm rooting for the Pats, so I do hope that the Patriots beat. I love the Pats, so
Fully agree.
yeah.
Yep. Fully agree. Okay, your computer's going to die. I'm getting
Yep.
out of here.
Yep, we're getting out of here. I appreciate everyone for watching. We'll be back sometime.
Yeah, we'll be back for sure next week. For sure Monday night.
Yep.
So tune in then. Goodbye.
Peace.